my God, guys, we're already on YouTube.
Oh, we're already on
I
YouTube.
started it with it.
It's
I was
fine.
absent-minded.
Hey, people. Let me just check.
I'm
Okay.
so sleepy.
Tell everybody I'm the man. I can't wait until we have. Oh, yeah, that reminds
I
me.
just wish one thing
I'm not
would
going to say
work,
it on
you know?
YouTube,
Either
but I
NEPA
have some
works
news for you.
or fuel
Oh,
works.
wait, but you have to go.
Today.
You have to go now, right?
You know what? Very soon, but yeah, in between the show, it's gonna be in between.
Exchange business.
Ah, nice,
Yeah,
nice.
so Wade sent me someone.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
I was like, you must come back. I was like, yes, 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 yes. I said, I don't want to see anyone who doesn't come. You need to have seen me. I think it's great to just be very forthright about what we want. Yeah. All right, people, we're coming into the locker room right now. In 1 second. Oh, wow. I missed that 1 second. So sad, so sad.
Oh,
I'm,
This weather is just I mean, this studio is just conducive for sleep.
yes.
All that is missing in the wrapper.
so, I actually said that I wanted to bring my yoga mat in. I'm glad I didn't because I feel like I would have taken a leaf out of the book and just
I swear, now you
yeah,
come out
man.
sleeping is good sleeping.
Sleep.
I still have one or two more things to do.
Oh,
And then I'm hungry.
did you see what he did on? It was on Freshly Pressed. Now that first story.
Oh, yeah, when he was trying to inside.
I'm really, really hungry.
And then I was not trying to stop him, and the guy was
I don't know what people are doing.
coming in
Oh, okay.
studio. All right, people, here we are. It is time for sports inside the locker room. Can you tell how excited I am? Yeah, for Hump of the Week Wednesday morning, I have got the lady herself. Criminal pictures or not, you know she's the best. Tagga, Tagga, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Good morning. Why are you outing me this morning? Good morning, everybody.
Because it just had to happen. And we've got you. We are already streaming live up on youtube.com/smooth981 FM Lagos. And I know we stream live from the beginning of the show, but we stream live even earlier. So you can catch some inside hot goss if you just go over and catch the replay after the show has ended. But for now, you can join the live stream up on youtube.com/smooth981 FM Lagos. And make sure you leave your comments on there where it says say something. Go ahead, say something. And send your WhatsApp messages in to 0809 440 Okay, so let's take a look at what is going on.
Before we take a look at what is going on, so I heard one news today. So
What's the news?
this WNBA team, New York Liberty, they're getting a fine. Guess what for?
What for?
They chartered private jets to fly to their away games.
Oh my.
Now here's the problem. Normally in the NBA, that's normal. So, but the WNBA, they claim that because not all teams can afford to use chartered flights, everybody should use commercial.
Excuse me.
Okay, thank you. So the owner of the New York Liberty has been stressing the WNBA, saying, look, we can find a way to get sponsors to get the girls in. That is just a little too much for the girls to be taking regular flights for games and all of that, timing delays, all that. So if we can afford chartered flights, so he undercoverly
hold on though.
but he undercoverly started chartering private flights for his team.
I like him.
Now they are finding them. They're even talking about reducing their points. I was just like, what's
Wait,
wrong with
hold
you
on
guys?
now. Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
You know, so the news, sports, politics, everything wise has been very anti-women right now.
I'm with you on that one.
I'm feeling very discriminated against people. What's going on?
I was like, why is it on NBA just vexing like
My
this?
gosh.
The guy was actually undercoverly sneaking his team. You know what? Take a private jet.
I
Don't
love
need-
that.
I know.
I really love that. I mean,
So
so
I-
not
I-
defining part of the story.
No, but I think that, they should be sitting with him to discuss with his other rich friends how to get other teams private. Not that you'll be finding him for making his team comfortable. It's just the most ridiculous news I've heard this morning. But hey,
Comfortable people win games,
you,
people.
and that's what they're saying, that because they are more comfortable than others, they are most likely going to win more games than others. I'm like, well, the other pool
So
owners should get their private
everybody should
jets.
be comfortable. Why are we trying to make everybody uncomfortable? Everybody should join the chartered flights bandwagon and get comfortable.
Oh God,
I'm
it's
sorry.
ridiculous.
We can't help.
All right,
We
let's
can't
hear
help
what we
them.
have for today.
All right, all right. So Ukraine's Svitolina joins downs Russia's Potapova at Monterrey WTA. Tyson Fury says he's gonna retire after his Dylan Whyte fight in April, and Tuchel tells journalists to stop asking him about the war. Just stop it, people. He's asking you, please, please. Middlesbrough shock Spurs, and Man City ease into quarters, and Barcelona president Laporta softens his stance on Dembele, whilst Klopp plays down the talks of a Liverpool quadruple, and Vardy is back with a bang as Foxes dent Burnley survival bid. Back to into relegation you stay.
Yeah,
Yes, former captain Song named new Cameroon coach. Oh yes, I saw this one.
yes, Rigove Song is a new Cameroon coach. It's just tricky for me.
They
No,
were like, but guys, why politics? I thought politics was not supposed to be in it.
I've told you that sports and politics are
Yes,
the same
but
thing. But people,
no, they're the same thing, but officially,
yeah,
they're not supposed to be the same thing.
they are officially the same thing, Sha.
For me, I was like, I don't care. I'm going to tell you who's gonna be in there.
I mean, I was stunned when they said they were not going to renew Consensal's contract, but hey, here we are. So let's go with the very first story.
All right, so let's start. So Ukrainian top seed Alina Svitolina blasted aside Anastasia Potapova at the WTA Monterrey tournament yesterday. This was a day after threatening to boycott the game. Oh, she said, "I'm not going to play against that Russian." But anyway, Svitolina said on Monday that she wasn't going to play against any players from Russia or Belarus unless they were competing under a neutral banner. And this was as a protest, of course, of Russia invading Ukraine.
Yeah. So she started with that she brought out her statement, and then another Ukrainian player brought out her own statement saying, look, we are not blaming the athletes, we are just saying it doesn't make any sense for us to play against a country that is invading us and have a spirit of sportsmanship against them. So the WTA and the ATP have responded though, and they're saying that, you know what, we're going to punish a country but not punish a team, the athletes. And so athletes from Russia and Belarus can compete in WTA and ATP tournaments, but they can't compete under the flag. That was the WTA and the ATP statement. But the ITTF, that's the body, the International Tennis Federation, the body in charge of the Davis Cup and the Billie Jean King Cup. Now, those two tournaments is countries that play against each other. So they have banned Russia and Belarus, period. So ITTF tournament, no Russians, no Belarusian no Russians, no Belarusian team. Here is the kicker though. It was Russia that won the Davis Cup and the Billie Jean King Cup. They are the champions of both those tournaments. So, but now they cannot compete. Yeah, until this situation is resolved, they are banned completely. Don't play whether as neutral, don't play as anything. Just don't play. So they're out of it. But I think at the end of the day, when Svitolina came on the court, she just came with some serious aggression. She defeated this girl 2-1, 6-2, 6-1.
Ah,
She really did not want to see a Russian on court. She was just out of there in a hurry.
She was like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, it was a tough one, but yeah, she won that match, and she came dressed in, and she was allowed to dress in Ukrainian colors.
In her colors,
but it's a really tricky one. In F1, they've also said that Russian drivers and Belarusian drivers can compete, but under as neutral drivers under no flags. However, for Nikita Mazepin, if you would have heard the story, Nikita Mazepin, they wanted him not to drive at all, and his reason is a little different. He's the son of a Russian oligarch who is close to Vladimir Putin. He's a close associate of Vladimir Putin. Two things where the problem is. He's not just a close associate of Vladimir Putin. He also is a sponsor. His company is a sponsor of the team. So I think during testing, they had to take off the company logo from the car.
Right.
And part of the agreement during the contract was that the logo would be on the car. So there's still legal issues that are being sorted out with the team. However, they're also considering not letting the boy drive. They're like, your father is bad. You have to go. So they're still discussing it. Even if they've said Russian and Belarusian drivers can go ahead, but because of the role his father is playing as part of Vladimir Putin's inner caucus, he may be affected.
So hold on, is there any other sports that we haven't talked about that is still
Okay,
considering
no,
what's going on?
Athletics have completely banned Russian athletes. Yes.
The whole just what
Sebastian
Wow.
Coe just said, no, don't, you're not competing under neutral flag. You're not competing. Just go.
it's not that complex of a
It's not that
subject, just all
complex.
of you go.
Yeah. So some people
Wow.
are saying you can't compete under the flag and you can't play the national anthem. Some people are saying don't even come. Just stay home.
Jeez.
That's it.
So okay, now where's your what?
Okay,
give us your take on this
Ranson is asking what Belarus has got
yeah,
to do
okay,
with
so
it.
up on WhatsApp, yeah, what does Belarus have to do with it? You
Okay,
wanna
so
take this?
I think you should take this. But bottom line, they are with Russia.
It is from Belarus that Russia has started launching
Yeah.
missiles.
So Belarus gave Russia access. Basically, they allied themselves with Russia.
Let's say in a fight, Belarus is Russia's second. That's what's
That's
going
it.
on.
So that's what Belarus has to do with Russia. What with this? So when the invasion, they came in through Belarus. So it's not like they allowed them in. So that's why they are getting punished for this. As long as the Russian side. My take on it is simply it's a tough one. It's a tough one to say Russian athletes shouldn't compete because that's like punishing the sons for the sins of the father. Um, but I also understand why it's going to be hard to allow Russia to compete, seeing what their country is doing against another sovereign nation. So, with things like the WTA and the ATP, it's a little easier because now it's the athletes they are allowing to compete. You just not see any Russian flag. But with the World Cup,
Well, and when the country
Yes.
is and has such a stake in
yes,
It's
it's a
difficult.
little tough one, a little tougher. So I totally understand with FIFA saying Russia, you're out of it. No World Cup players for you. Therefore, no World Cup for you. It's that simple.
I know one sport where they would have been like, this could have come a little earlier. These sanctions. You
Which
know,
one?
Winter Olympics now, figure skating. They'll be like, oh, these Russian girls that keep coming. Just get rid of
you
them.
can hang my hand.
All right, moving on. Now, Britain's heavyweight world champion Tyson Fury says that he will retire after the defense of his WBC title against Dillian Whyte in April. Asked whether he would call time on his career after fighting Whyte at Wembley Stadium on the 23rd of April, people remember that date, Fury said 100%.
Yes. So Tyson Fury. I mean, remember all the haggle about how whether Tyson Fury was going to face Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury was going to face Usyk, who, by the way, flew back to Ukraine to help defend his fatherland. Really tough one.
Man,
So,
those people are patriotic.
yeah, athletes are doing that. There's a tennis player, Stakovsky, who's been drafted. He's going to be there. There's a three-time boxing champion, Lemachenko, who is also back in Ukraine. They've both been drafted into it. They are gun-carrying military men now. Tennis and boxing.
Wow.
So
Wow.
you see, we also saw pictures of when he arrived, but we don't know if he's yet been drafted.
Okay.
Even if reports are saying he has been drafted. So the world champion has been drafted. So we don't know about that rematch between Anthony Joshua. We don't know what's happening. Anyway, but he was supposed to. So there were talks that maybe Anthony Joshua will step back and Fury will fight Usyk, or there'd be an Anthony Joshua Fury fight. All of that talk has been quashed now because Tyson Fury is saying, I don't have anything to prove with anybody, and
I got money in the bank.
I'm making 150 million from this fight, and after that, I'm retiring. Nothing you
What
can
are
do.
you going to do to me?
so it's just really a tough one if he doesn't, because the build up to that, we have been waiting to see that AJ fight.
It's fine.
And it's looking like it's not happening.
Yes.
At least, okay, if we don't see AJ fight because AJ was very poor against Usyk, let's see Tyson Fury versus Usyk.
And Tyson Fury says
No. but here is what it is. Dillian Whyte is very upset because he's only getting 20% of the purse, and he didn't show up for the first press conference. So if this fight doesn't hold, maybe, just maybe, we get to see.
Just maybe.
We get to see another Tyson Fury fight because at least it's one fight before he retires, Abi. So maybe, but when the news came out yesterday, I was just a little heartbroken. Like, what's wrong with you? you have something to prove. Do this for the bragging rights. Who is the better fighter? You know.
This man has said, I have nothing to prove. Leave me alone. Let me
Yeah,
be in
but he's
peace.
won. He's fought 32 fights. He's
31
won.
out of 32.
Yeah, he's won
That's
31 of them,
crazy,
and
man.
that other one was a draw.
Yeah.
Against Deontay Wilder.
This
So
man is the epitome of leave while the going is good.
Exactly.
He doesn't suddenly want to just be like, remember when he was good. No, it's fine, people.
It's fine.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break now.
Okay.
Because, and so that we can take more time with the stories on the other side of this. Remember, 0809 440 981. Send your WhatsApp messages in. And we are streaming live on youtube.com/smooth981FM Lagos. Leave your messages up on the live stream. We'll be right back.
Okay, I don't know what's happening to you. Open it up now. Why is it half?
YouTube is here. Oh, this. Give me a second. This is why we don't do that. Hey, morning, Zamsi. Zamsi, I got it. You can't say anything. I got it.
Yeah, cause I always say, call her name, Kamsi, any Z I see.
I actually say Zamza, but Zamsi.
Zamsi.
Yesterday she was like, it's Zamsi.
Osas is asking, but why? We don't
No.
know.
This one is for. I don't know.
Okay.
Because I was like, but why what?
But why what? I'm not the IOC president.
But this Russia thing.
But I totally understand why they would cut them off, because now we are just cutting them off out of the rest of the world.
They say I'm so.
Did you see the one where the foreign minister was trying to speak and everybody walked out of the meeting?
Oh yeah. I didn't see it. I read about it though.
So yeah,
they were like
the video. They said and now the foreign minister of Russia takes the floor. Everybody just started carrying their
bags and left.
I was just like, I was running worker. I just planned it.
Everybody is just like, we have not liked Russia for a long time.
But what?
It's all right. Let's leave them.
How long do you think this will last?
France's finance minister said that they are waging economic war on them. That they are going to bring down Russia's economy once and for all.
But how long will this last? Because they look like they are already on Kiev. Like those pictures we saw, they were literally marching towards Kiev.
After they take Kiev. In the possibility that they take Kiev and finally bring Ukraine under their iron fist. Ukraine will now be part of the Russia. Well, they'll try and have avenues open for Ukrainians to leave, and they will continue their campaign of war against Russia because they're tired. And Russia will now be chilling with North Korea, Sudan, and begging South Africa, hey guys, remember when we helped you? Because that's what they were doing in the news now.
Because I don't know how this thing is going to turn out. It doesn't look. There's no good.
It's
end.
not going to be pretty.
There's no.
It's not going to be pretty.
There's no good
all.
end to this thing.
And even if Russia decides, okay, fine,
we're not doing it again. Let's go back.
They're going to
be made to pay.
Remember how World War II happened? Because World War One, they were like, you Germans, you're going to pay. And the Germans were like, we've been paying. Let's do World War II. And that's what happened. So now Russia has gone with World War III, they're trying to say.
I don't know, man. This is
interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
This is not a good way to live. For the reason I'm able to digest it, I'm taking like a video game. You know, like there's a movie happening in Europe. That's the only way I can take this in, because I don't understand. There is no good ending to this.
There isn't. But you know, for me, it's really interesting how everybody has been really focused on Ukraine, Afghanistan and Yemen and
we have to
Libya
we have to focus on one thing at a time. We are binary thinkers. I'm sorry.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is, it's just interesting the way that they are treating these Ukrainian refugees.
You didn't see the response. The guy said, I saw blue-eyed
blonde hair too. I said, my God.
So brown-eyed Afro-hair people,
God.
they're not human beings.
All right, let's go in the studio. Okay, and we've got more for you right here inside the locker room. We are streaming live up on youtube.com/smooth981 FM Lagos. And of course, send your WhatsApp messages. I know you're in traffic, people. I know you're queuing at the petrol station, but we are here for you with sports. Okay, so 0809 440 981. That is where you can go for your messages on WhatsApp. Now, moving on, we've got this one in. Chelsea manager Thomas Tuchel lost his temper at a news conference ahead of their FA Cup match at Luton Town and snapped at journalists after being repeatedly asked about Russia's invasion of Ukraine. So the atmosphere got really hot towards the end of the conference when the German interrupted a journalist trying to ask another question about the horrors of war. And he said, listen, you have to stop. I'm not a politician. You have to stop, honestly.
I kid you not. So even I was exasperated on his behalf because here's this guy who, I mean, he's answered all the questions and he's condemned invasion. He's been sorry for the Ukrainians and he totally understands. But the questions will keep coming because he's the Chelsea manager. They can't get to Abramovich. He's not giving out press conferences. Marina is not talking to anybody. So
Sorry, front of the house guy.
so
You're just
exactly.
gonna
So
have to do.
Thomas Tuchel, who has to appear for press conferences, post-match conferences, has to answer all those questions, and it's really tiring. So he's answering one question and says, you know what, we condemn this. You know what, the club is dealing with how he's going to. They're trying to transfer the club to somebody because there are questions about the sale. Because you remember Abramovich handed over the club to the trustees. The trustees have reported him to the charity commission. Yeah. So
I didn't know this update was.
yes, they've reported it to charity commission because some of the trustees are a little skeptical. Thank you. And so now it's up in the air how this Chelsea, where they're going to move to from here. Is Abramovich still going to be able to keep the club? Are they going to sell it? If they're going to sell it, how is it going to work? So the questions of the Chelsea future. And those are questions that they were asking. But these journalists were now asking him questions like, do you know about the horrors of war? And he was like,
He was like, guys, I'm privileged.
I've never seen war in my life. I'm from Germany, for crying out loud.
Do you think I'm some sort of general? I don't know.
I don't know anything. So he's tired. He's here to talk about Chelsea playing against Luton. He's probably here to cry about losing the final of the Carabao Cup to Liverpool. And people are asking about the horrors of war. He's just like, you know what, dude? I'm here to talk football. If you don't have any footballing questions, I'm out. I'm done. And I totally understand where he's coming from. But yeah, today Chelsea faces Luton in the FA Cup. Hopefully, after the match, they will not ask him any war questions. Hopefully.
I wasn't saying Thomas Tuchel with politics, please. They should leave him alone. No?
I totally
very,
agree.
very annoying. And Tusa has got a message in on our next story, actually saying Middlesbrough is the King Kong club right now. They knocked out both Man U and Tottenham. It's just sad that Russia's invasion of Ukraine is affecting the athletes from Russia, especially Spartak Moscow.
Yes, so
Yeah,
all the
really
international players playing there, especially our brothers playing there.
I'm telling you, because
They're
they're
not
not
playing
all
for a while.
Russians
Yeah.
in the club. Anyway, let's move on. So Middlesbrough produced another FA Cup shock to extend Tottenham's long wait for silverware with a 1-0 win after extra time at the Riverside on Tuesday, whilst Manchester City eased into the last 8 with a 2-0 victory at Peterborough.
Yes, they will say eased into, but Manchester City's first goal didn't come in till about the 60th minute when Riyad Mahrez, people thought he was going to cross, then they left him to take the ball to his left leg and he slipped it under the goalkeeper. I don't understand. I watch Riyad Mahrez every day. I know his rule. Riyad Mahrez and Robin, kind of the same people. Just rinse and repeat. They move the ball out wide, then they cut back on their left leg and they shoot. How can you not know as a defender and stop it? I don't know. But he did it again and he scored.
Oh my God, please, you need to see how Teka was just been moving her body because of this one story.
And then they scored the second goal. So yes, they're through to the next round. But Tottenham Middlesbrough. Now, it's like Tottenham, every time they take one step forward, they take 2 steps backwards. That's Tottenham for you. They're the chief bottling company. So you expect this kind of things to happen to them with everybody playing. Harry Kane, Son Min-hyun, you mentioned all the names. They were on the pitch.
And yet,
Middlesbrough dragged this thing down.
jeez.
Dragged this thing out. And Middlesbrough could have won that match in regulation time, but they just don't have as good clinical finishers as Premiership teams. But they dragged this thing out into extra time. scored a goal and still stopped Tottenham. So 120 minutes and Tottenham couldn't score.
Tottenham has what spirit is holding you
Antonio
back.
Conte wasn't even, usually he's very dramatic, shouting and pushing
He
instructions.
was quiet.
He was just quiet. So
He
just
was
like,
quiet.
there's nothing more to say. These people will be the downfall of me. There's nothing else. I'm a serial winner. And then I come to Spurs and I'm a serial loser.
Tottenham, why are you doing this to these people?
Exactly. So Tottenham, they are out of every single
Oh my
competition.
gosh.
And they are not yet in top 4 for Europe. So I don't know what Conte is. He's
It's going to
thinking
be more
thoughts.
existential thoughts. What is the meaning of life? What am I here to do? All right, let's take a look at this message from Oluwakemi, who says, my new club is Middlesbrough. At least they know how to knock out big teams from a tournament.
I'm with you. Manchester United last round, Tottenham Hotspur this round. Who knows what they'll do in the next round?
Oh my gosh. Wild card business. We like it. All right, so let's move on now. After accusing Ousmane Dembele of blackmail in January, Barcelona president Juan Laporta on Monday said he hoped the French winger would think about extending his contract at the end of the season, saying that he knows our offer.
Yeah, so here's what's tricky. It was blackmail. It's not like it was anything else. The agent and Ousmane Dembele Ousmane Dembele's agent, who I believe speaks on his behalf, came and said, you know what, we want this amount of money or we're leaving. And Laporta was like, do you know that we had to reduce people's salaries to bring in new players? What are you talking about? I'm not playing that kind of money. And so they started shopping for other clubs.
Negotiate with terrorists.
Yeah, we don't negotiate here. And they started talking to other clubs, but no other club. I mean, clubs want him, but they're not willing to pay the money for him. And so Ousmane Dembele decided to get on the pitch and do the work.
But hold on though. I mean, the whole point of having an agent is that yes, they're after your best interest and they want more money for you, but they also need to smell the what's in the air.
No, they only smell money. Agents only smell money. They are always asking for more. Have you ever seen even house agents? Have you ever seen agents? Why do you think house rent is expensive? It's agents that's collecting all this money. But let's go back to football. Agents. And so Ousmane Dembele gets on the pitch and he starts delivering. He starts playing brilliantly. He starts playing with hunger. Starts being a professional. And so Laporta is saying, okay, since you are doing the work on the pitch and Xavi is very happy with you, perhaps you can think about extending your contract. But you know our offer. We are not going any higher. Just so you know. So
Take
we wait.
it or leave it.
Take it or leave it. So we wait to see the outcome of this.
Okay. So we got this one in from Ronti, who says exactly everybody knows Robin will always sort out his left leg, and yet they allow him. So amazing. Tottenham is shaky daddy on and off, says Ronson. Whilst Emeka says, with regards to Antonio Conte, at this rate, if the club doesn't sack him, he will write his own sack letter, clip it together with his resignation letter. And Jackpa, how do you hire two top class managers in Mourinho and Conte and you still don't improve? No be Joju be that.
I told you it was a team.
It's Spurs people. All right, let's move on. We got this one in. And Liverpool coach Jurgen Klopp played down talk that his side can win an unprecedented quadruple this season, insisting that the Merseyside club are not even close to doing so, saying no team has ever won it. It's not that we're even close to it. We have won the Carabao Cup. We're behind City in the league, and now we have Norwich in the FA Cup after 120 minutes on Sunday.
Yes, so yes, they played 120 minutes on Sunday. 11 penalty kicks, and they won the League Cup. However, after they won that League Cup, on Twitter, Salah said 1 of 4, which means it's talk in the dressing room that we are going for the quadruple. Because, like I said, they are 6 points now behind Manchester City, but they have a game in hand, and they still get to play Manchester City in the Premier League this season. They have a 2-goal lead on Inter Milan in UEFA Champions League, so they're still in with a shout there. And today they play against Norwich City. Yes, strugglers Norwich City in the FA Cup. So they, on paper, they are likely to win. Let's hope the magic of the FA Cup doesn't catch them, because this FA Cup is real magic. You cannot explain how these small teams take out these big teams. Yes. So let's let's say the magic of the FA Cup doesn't affect them, they are talking about the quadruple in their dressing room. They are talking about the quadruple to each other. But when they come to the press
They're
conference,
like, no.
they'll be like,
What are you talking
what
about?
are you
We don't
talking
know.
about? We don't know. We are humble people. We don't aim for much. We know, Klopp, we know that you're looking to do it. Yes, we know that it hasn't been done. Yes, we know that it's a tough one, but we know that you are talking about it. You are discussing it with your teammates. So today,
we've got a question in from LK
okay,
Adirogba, by the
well,
way.
first of all, let me
Okay.
get to that. So, with regards to today, yes, your club has to find a team to do the business. I know his team would be tired from the match that they played on Sunday because it was emotionally draining for people that were even watching. Not to talk of those that were sitting on the bench or playing on the team. But he's going to have to find an 11 to play today, and hopefully they do not play extra time against Norwich.
All right, so LK Adirogba actually asks you, Tega, please, what is the contract situation with Christensen in Chelsea?
First of all, we don't even know what's happening in Chelsea. Not talk of the contract situation yet. But no agreement has been reached. If an agreement has been reached, then we would have heard about it. But no agreement has been reached so far between Christensen and Marina, because Marina is a person.
All right, and we've got less than a minute. Can we talk about Song?
Let's just say he has been chosen. So Rigobert Song is now the new coach of Cameroon, and he has to find a way. He has how many weeks now? Because
3 weeks.
yeah, about 3 weeks to prepare his team to face Algeria
Trois.
in the World Cup qualifying playoff. I don't envy Rigobert Song. If you ask me, I would have said they should
Then
have.
what is this poison chalice you have given
Yeah, they
me?
should have left Consensao for this. Then after he qualifies, then they give it to Rigobert. So I don't know. Just you have to play this thing nice, but Samuel Eto'o is a very straight up guy, which is why I'm shocked that he got into such a political position as the president of FECAFOOT. You know, because yes, he's such a big guy in Cameroon, and he probably could navigate. I mean, they voted him because he's Samuel Eto'o. However, it's a political position, and a straightforward guy is going to have to learn some cunning to deal with that kind of position. But he's announced Rigobert Song, and Rigobert Song has to do the job, and his first job is beat Algeria in Algeria,
Hey,
or beat Algeria and Cameroon and draw in Algeria.
peanuts. Small
Okay,
things.
we are here. Small things. You think the Algeria that went to the AFCON is the same Algeria you face in the playoffs? You'll be shocked.
Small things, nothing much. Just go and beat them in their home turf. All right, and that is that. Make sure you catch her, the Queen Bee herself, Tega Supreme, up on Twitter, and of course, catch what Ladies in Sports is doing. They are LIS International with no A between the last N and L. Coming up, it's gonna be the music portion of Smooth Breakfast because we love music and we love life.
Zelensky is still talking to people on CNN.
What?
See, now he had.
Oh, this guy. Oh yeah, I saw